This is day 57, section hike in the New England portion of the Appalachian Trail.
I had a good night's sleep. It was nice and cozy, but this morning the wind just kind of pulls the heat right out of you. So I've been going back and forth from my sleeping bag as I get ready. But it's 8:30 on the trail, and today we're gonna try and go for a high mileage day. Potentially 15, so let's see how it goes. Sun's coming up. A little view of the hills I've been on. Beautiful morning, warming right up, and we are about to go up Mount Moriah, the last of the 4Ks for this trip. Wouldn't want to be on Washington and Adams and that. Mariah making me work. A lot of rock slab climbing up. Mount Moriah Summit. There it is, the summit of Mount Moriah. I have done 36 of the 48 New Hampshire 4Ks. And in the shadow here of Washington, unreal feeling. Didn't think I'd be able to get that many in, and only 12 more to go. But that's for another hike. Now back to regular AT programming. Big tree. Been walking down this nice, gentle decline, soft ground. Very welcome after the last few days and weeks. Great license plate. So we're out of the woods to the road for a minute. We're across hydroelectric. so much weight. Mile sign for the thru hikers. Back on the trail after the road and going up a little bit of a 2,000 footer or so. But I just realized this is my last mountain range. The next couple days will be across this small traverse, and then next time I'm back down to a road, I'm done. It's crazy. Think about 1,900 miles. I started at 1,508, so I'm only 8 miles from 400 miles, which was another major goal of mine. And we might be in Maine tomorrow, so it's really closing up. All the 4Ks are done, and yeah, starting to get nostalgic. Been getting a lot of people heading southbound on the AT, and they'll start in Katahdin and go all the way to Georgia, but they start kind of later in the year. And I've also heard that the bubble of the Northbounders are very close behind me, so perfect time for me to get off the trail. It's gonna get really busy around here. I'm loving hiking through this area after the rough and rugged whites. This feels very warm and soft and welcoming. Very tranquil here. No wind, nice shade, light breeze. Gorgeous. I just heard from a fellow traveler that we're in the Mahoosuc mountain range. That also reminds me that I said before I wanted to see a moose, but apparently they can be pretty violent and aggressive, so I no longer want to see a moose. Maybe from across the pond. The guy I saw on trail said I gotta check this VO, which is a half mile off trail. See, there's the Carters and the Wildcats and the Presidentials. And Washington is out of clouds right now. You can see the tower up there. There. Amazing view. Pulling up to Trident Camp. That was 0.1 longer than my longest hike of the AT so far, so 15 miles, but took same time, 10 hours, and had a bit more elevation. So yeah, long day, legs are tired. Last bit was a pretty steep downhill, but glad to be done for the day.
Today's hike started at Imp Shelter and finished at Trident Cole Campsite. It was one of the biggest hikes of the trail so far, and it was 15 miles. It took me 10 hours and was almost 9,000 feet in elevation change. And overall, I've hiked 398 miles on the Appalachian Trail. Today's hike also included the summit of Mount Moriah, which was the last of the New Hampshire 4Ks that I planned to do on the Appalachian Trail. This brings the grand total to 36 4Ks done of a potential 48 overall in New Hampshire.